Good morning, Steven Zalunardo here with Remax West Zalunardo Associates. Happy Tuesday, and again, we're touching base on the cannabis law that's going to be passed next week. So we've consulted with our lawyers. We got a beautiful letter written out with a three-part clause that we're going to be inserting in our new lease agreements, and also any leases that are in play right now. We're going to send out an amendment to them, and then ultimately get them adjusted. That's my phone. Get them adjusted, so ultimately we want our tenants to agree that they won't grow any marijuana in the properties nor smoke it in the home. Again, recreational use, I don't care. It's everyone's got their own choice in life. They can do it recreationally, just not in the property, right? Even if you own a home and you're planning on growing marijuana or smoking it, just buy like an outhouse or a shed and do it out there, because ultimately it's not going to affect the value of your property, and you're still going to be able to, if you're curious to grow it and use it recreationally, to do it outside the premises, because you will create a stigma on the property that will reduce value in your home, which you don't want. This is your largest investment you own, so you want to keep it as valuable as possible. You don't want to set a stigma on the property to devalue it. And so I'll read the clauses. So it's a three-part clause. It's very simple. So part one is usage or growth of cannabis, but not limited to any federally prohibited drugs, or manufacturing of such products is not allowed on the premises, for very general. Number two is tenant and their guests may not engage in any illegal drug-related activity, included but not limited to medicinal cannabis in pill, edible, or used in drinking form, such as tea on or near the premises. Landlord may terminate this agreement if tenant and guests engage in such activity. So ultimately, we're not against it. For medicinal use, I think it's quite brilliant than what the doctors used to prescribe in the past with the addictive Percocets, or anything that was attached with codeine and morphine, obviously is terrible. So this is an amazing way to kill pain and not be addicted to it. So this is a brilliant product for sure. Part three is, if these provisions are violated, tenants will be subject to charges, damages, and evictions. In addition, tenant forfeits security deposit, which I have to eliminate that because in the province of Ontario, we don't have security deposits anymore. If there is any evidence of cannabis use on the premises. Again, this is now when we write up our lease agreements, we usually have 4 times to view the property. I guess once every quarter is usually a good time to go in, because it takes about 3 months to grow, I think, around the marijuana. I think that's what I was told by some of the local cultivators. So I mean, ultimately you want to visit the property every 3 months just to kind of see if anything's happening with the home, with the growth of marijuana. But I mean, ultimately, again, it should be okay. Like, I have a lot of great tenants. I'm not going to have an issue with this. If, let's say, even my clients out there that purchase rental properties, I'm going to send this to you automatically via email today, so you can create your own template, and or the template will come. You just put your tenant's name and send it out to your clients, and away you go. And again, if my clients, you have a lease agreement in place, and your clients are, we can send this to them as an amendment where we can include these 3 clauses into their lease agreement. If they don't sign the amendment, then ultimately we have to take action. If you don't want the growth of marijuana on your property, we'll send out an N5 with a 60-day eviction notice, and then ultimately we'll search for new tenants. Again, if you don't want this done on your property. And that's basically it. I think that's touching base on all this. And the curious thing is, actually, I can't believe it, nobody's actually really talking about this, especially with lawyers. I've called many lawyers, and no one's really checked in with this regarding these new clauses. I don't think people understand the damage it can cause to a property. I'm dumbfounded in a sense. But ultimately, it's all good. We're going to be proactive. We're going to be on top of this like we always are, and go forward. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Again, if anybody else has a rental property, it's not my client, you can send me, direct message me, email me, text me. I will send you a copy of this letter, no problem. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.